Thanks for joining me for part one of a quick two-part series to help you get comfortable using notation, beginning with a simple way to try it at home. If you're just getting started with notation and want a stress-free way to get familiar, here's a trick I use to practice without a real patient. First up though, let's create a practice patient to work with. From there, I'll walk you through a typical eval flow. Need a patient? You can talk to yourself, I've done it, or use something easier, your phone. Open up ChatGPT and paste this prompt. You can see it here. Hit send, and now you've got your practice patient. Now you can just run through the session like normal, ask questions, guide the conversation, and let notation do its thing. Good morning. What brings you in today?
Some discomfort in my right knee for a couple of months now. It didn't start with any specific injury, but it's been getting progressively more noticeable, especially when I go up and down stairs.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can you describe the pain and where exactly you feel it?
Sure. The pain is mostly around the front of my knee, kind of right under the kneecap. It's a bit of a dull ache most of the time, but it can get sharper if I try to squat or put a lot of weight on it.
Got it. And when did you just first start having this pain or noticing this pain?
I think it first started maybe about 3 months ago. It was pretty mild at first, and I just kind of brushed it off. But over the last few weeks, it's definitely become more noticeable and persistent.
And when does it usually bother you the most?
It tends to bother me the most after I've been sitting for a long time, like when I get up from my desk, or after I've been active, like after a run or going up and down the stairs a lot. That's when I really notice it flaring up.
Okay. And have you noticed anything that seems to make it feel better?
Yeah, actually resting it and applying some ice seems to help a lot. I've also noticed that if I do some gentle stretching or a little bit of yoga, that can help ease the stiffness and make it feel a bit better.
Okay, well, that's good. So on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being the best and 10 being the worst pain, what would you rate your pain right now while you're sitting?
Right now, while I'm sitting, I'd say it's probably around a 2. It's there, but it's pretty mild and not too bothersome at the moment.
Okay, and how would you rate your pain when it gets to its worst?
When it's at its worst, especially after I've been really active, it can get up to around a 6. It's definitely more noticeable and can be pretty uncomfortable at that point.
Okay. Any catching, locking, giving way, or swelling that you've noticed?
I haven't really noticed any swelling, but sometimes it does feel like it's catching a bit, especially when I bend it. It hasn't really given way though, so that's good.
Yeah, that is good. And I know you've mentioned some things that you are having trouble with, but in general, how do you feel it's impacted your daily activities?
I think the biggest impact has been on my workouts and just general movement. I've had to cut back on running and certain yoga poses that put pressure on my knee. Mm-hmm. Even things like going up and down the stairs or kneeling can be a bit uncomfortable. So I've had to be more mindful of how I move.
Okay. And do you have any stairs that you have to go up and down at home?
Yes, I do have a flight of stairs at home, and I notice the discomfort more when I'm going up or down them, especially if I've been active earlier in the day.
Okay. And do you feel like you're having any trouble sleeping at night?
It doesn't really bother me too much at night. Once I'm settled in bed, it's usually fine, and I can get a good night's sleep without the knee pain waking me up or anything like that.
Okay. And have you had any injuries to this knee in the past?
No, I haven't had any previous injuries to this knee. This is actually the first time I've really had any trouble with it.
Well, that's good. I guess it's your first time, but hopefully we can get you fixed up. Do you have any particular goals for physical therapy?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to get back to running without any discomfort and be able to do yoga and other activities without having to worry about my knee. Basically, I just want to get back to my normal level of activity and feel confident in my movements again.
Thank you. And we'll start moving on to the next part. So when you finish, you can look through this objective. And this is your assistant. Think of it like a PT-GPT, but without all the prompting. Play with it a little, ask different types of questions, test different patient stories, see how it captures what you say. Notation isn't about changing how you work, it's about supporting it. So like I said, this is just part 1. Next time we'll dive into the objective section and how it builds over time. Until then, open it up and try it for yourself.